magic! After I scarfed down my pizza. Alright, my roommate still isn't here, so I can still talk to the camera like a crazy person. Crazy! Once again, thank you to the people who I don't know, who seem to be the majority, who are actually watching my book reviews. This has inspired me to make more book reviews, because I didn't initially think that anyone would watch them, not even really my friends. So, now I'm making more, because you watched them. You brought it on yourselves. So, this is the spoiler version, because I know some of you don't necessarily watch both versions, because you don't want to see me twice. So you don't like me that much. But, this is Trickster's Choice by Tamara Pierce. In my other video, actually, I said the title and author twice. Yeah. That happens, especially when you can't edit, so I can't go back in and, like, take that out now. So, whatever. But, this is Trickster's Choice. And I liked it a lot more than the first few books. Even though I liked the first books, and they were good page-turners and good adventures, I like these ones better. Trickster's Choice and Trickster's Queen are the two in this sort of duology, as they would call it. And it's because I like Allie-Anne as a character so much better, and since this is spoilers, I can say why. Allie-Anne is Alana's daughter, but unlike Alana, she's not a goody-goody, and she doesn't sort of just passively do what the gods tell her to do. I really like that her patron god, Kiprioth, who she didn't really pick as a patron god, kind of picks her. That she's really disrespectful to him. It amuses me. And she doesn't, like, sit there and scrape and grovel in front of the gods, like Alana does. And Alana always does the right thing and the good and the noble thing. And Allie's a spy, and that's more fun. And it's not that Allie isn't a good person. It's just that she realizes that to be a good person, you can't always do good things, especially if you're a spy. She's working for a family in a sort of like Indian-like culture, so this is the audiobook, and it started with this Indianish music, and they never really, you know, come out and say, this is sort of like India, because obviously this is supposed to be a fantasy world, which is nothing like our world. Of course not. But it's a lot like India. So I like the Indian music that starts out the audio in the audiobooks. And the same person who reads, actually, you're interested, Trini Alvarado, reads these audiobooks, and she read the Alana audiobooks. She's most known as, like, Meg in Little Women. Her other credits are, like, Polly, A Parrot's Tale. I remember that movie, but I never saw it. Anyway, so I like Allie, and I love Nawat. Nawat is Allie's lover. And it's totally bestiality because he fell in love with her when he was a crow. See, and it's not bestiality on her side either. I love him anyway, but he totally went for a human, and he's a bird. Like, I mean, it's not even like a stretch, like, you mean, yeah, he could turn into a person, but he starts out a bird. So, like, it's like, you know, this bird turns like, wow, that hairless monkey is hot. But it's awesome, because now it's trying to feed her bugs and everything, and I love that. Now what can feed me any day? Well, it's really just that I want to kiss him. I liked him so much. I drew a picture of him, too. Yeah, I should probably post that on my blog or something. I sent it to my sister. But I liked him so much that I drew a picture, and I like to draw, but I'm lazy about it, and I haven't drawn in a really long time. So, it's pretty cool that I drew a picture of him. Not the coolest picture, but I did draw one. And, let's see, I like that George comes back, and Alana and George are together. I really like George better than Alana still, but it's okay, because there's George. And Allie is George's daughter, and she's the best daughter ever. And I like their relationship, and even though for most of the series George is gone, I really like all of that. I thought that it was interesting the Copper Isles were called that because they had copper-skinned people on them. I always assumed they mined copper there in the first few books, but apparently that's not the case. So it is a very, very racially focused book, despite being in a fantasy world. But I was okay with that. I really liked the turn of the adventure. I kind of saw some of the things coming. Like I could tell that oh gosh, the older sister. I didn't like her so much that I forgot her name, and it was Soraya. I could tell that Soraya really wasn't the queen type. I mean, she was beautiful and everything, but Dove was so much smarter. I mean, what do you want, a beautiful queen or a smart queen? I mean, considering our government at the moment, kind of makes you wonder. But, not really. It's not even pretty. But, anyway, yeah. So, I kind of saw it coming that, yeah. And this is, I'll have to include that this is spoilers for Trickster's Queen as well. Dang it. But yeah, because I read both of the books and I had limited amount of time to give a little book chat on them, so yeah, I'll put those together. But yeah, I saw it coming that Soraya was going to, like, I mean, I didn't know for sure, but it did come as a shock that she kind of ran away and ended up having to be queen. But I just really like these books, despite that I saw that coming. Otherwise, it's really well written, better style, and more fun. And that's it for the book chat now. Thanks for listening.